When we think of major climate events, we usually think of hurricanes and heat waves and the droughts that bring. But these are relatively small scale compared to some of the major climate events in history. From the end of the Bronze Age to the fall of empires, here's how major climate events have changed history. The Little Ice Age was a period of cooler global temperatures between the 14th and 19th centuries. It wasn't an even colder version of the current Ice Age, rather. It was a period of slightly lower than average temperatures, with more intense cold snaps. Europe was hit particularly hard, and the Thames actually froze over twice during this period. The cold led to crop failures and famine, which led to things like the Peasants' Revolt of 1381 in England. In China, the Little Ice Age coincided with the Ming Dynasty's adoption of a policy of isolationism, which may have been partly due to the difficulties of trade during the colder temperatures. And in the Ottoman Empire, the climate change is thought to have contributed to the rapid spread of the bubonic plague. Then there's the Dust Bowl of the 1930s. This was a period of severe dust storms that ravaged the American Midwest. It was the result of a severe drought combined with intensive farming practices that stripped the soil of its protective grasses. The dust storms caused massive crop failures and led to the migration of hundreds of thousands of people, which in turn had major impacts on local economies. And then we have more localized events like the volcanic eruption of Tambora in 1815. This was the deadliest volcanic eruption in recorded human history. And although it only had a small direct impact on human populations, it did cause major disruptions in the global climate. The eruption led to one of the coldest periods in the Northern Hemisphere in modern history and caused widespread crop failures and famine. These are just a few examples of the many climate events that have had major impacts on human history. Famines, wars, and social upheavals have all been triggered by changes in the climate. And as we continue to face the effects of a warming climate, it's important to remember that we're not alone in facing these challenges. Every generation has had to deal with the impacts of a changing climate, and every generation has found a way to adapt and move forward.